going to interlace your fingers with your thumbs touching straight out in front of you. And as you inhale, you're going to reach out in front of you, and then at the last moment, turn your palms away from you, stretching out in front of you on the inhalation. And as you exhale, you're going to bring them back, elbows going down, the fingers are still interlaced, and your hands are facing the ceiling, and your head goes back. So now inhaling, stretching out in front of you, at the last moment, turning the palms away from you. Okay, so as opposed to stretching up, we're stretching out towards the wall in front of you. And then exhaling. And once more, inhaling. And exhaling. The right hand holds your heart, left hand on top. You're going to brush down to your hara, around to your kidneys, down the backs of your legs, just as far as you can reach, around and up the front of your legs. And when the hands come to the hara, you're going to toss your hands up and down to your sides. And just see how you feel. This next one, the sun of the being, shines every moment. You're going to bring your hands to your kidneys. Left hand and right hand are behind you, holding your kidneys. The hands are facing, they're holding your kidneys, as opposed to they're just holding the kidneys. I can show you like so. So for 3 inhalations and exhalations, it's as if you're breathing into your hands. The right hand is going to brush around to hold your hara as the left hand continues to hold in the small of your back. You inhale, and then as you exhale, you allow the top part of your body to come parallel to the ground. And on the inhalation, you're going to breathe back up. Moment to moment to moment to moment. And we'll do this twice more. Exhaling down. Inhaling back up. Moment to moment. And once more. And now you're going to circle your hips clockwise as your hand circles your belly clockwise with 3 of your breaths. And now the right hand holds the belly and the left hand now circles in the back as you circle counterclockwise your hips and your left hand. And the left hand is circling your back. Now bringing your left hand around to the front, your fingers are going to cluster. And as you inhale, you're going to bring your hands up and over your head. As you exhale, the hands down to your side, and you'll do that twice more. Inhaling the hands up, clustered up the midline of the body, overhead, reaching out and down to your sides. And once more.
Oh.
The right hand comes to hold your hara, the left hand on top. And for 3 breaths, you're holding your belly. And now you're going to brush up just to your ribs and then down along the rib cage and off your hara. And again, take an impression. How are you? And we'll do one more. We're coming back to sitting.
Oh.
And you may want to take off your glasses if you have on glasses. All doors are open to an open heart. It starts with the right hand on top of your head, the left hand on top of the right hand. You're going to hold for 3 of your breaths. So you're asking the mind to participate in what the body's doing. Mind is registering the hold, registering the breath. You're going to brush down the sides of your head, neck, down the front of the body, and off your knees. And we'll do that brush 2 more times. Own rhythm, your own pace. And once more. You're giving and receiving simultaneously. And now the hands come to the forehead, and lightly you're going to touch, and you're going to touch and go up the midline to the top of the head, down the back, the neck, and then back to the front. And we'll do that twice more. And you bring that to a stop at the top of the head, and you brush down the back of the head, around the neck, down and off your knees. And we'll do that brush twice more, from the forehead, down, around, off the knees, and once more. And receive an impression. See how you feel this moment. Thank you. Does anyone want to share anything of their experience this moment?
Totally refreshed. Thank you. Deeply touched and refreshed.
Master Lynn is
very self-nurturing. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
So Jonathan, I really felt with those movements that I was right. My mind, my body was right in the moment. I felt perfectly present in that activity, which is such a great, it's very grounding. And I just felt the whole body release. The movements were very simple, but they're actually very elegant. So thank you.
I felt, Jonathan, I felt like a tingling sensation in my body, like I was waking up, like really waking up. It was a very good feeling because I've been struggling with a lot of stuff that I've been feeling pulled away from feeling centered. And so I appreciated that. Just very, very, very simple, as you just said. So thank you.
It's the idea that two centers, the body, the mind, are working together. Feelings come in, you become in harmony with yourself. That's all that. It's really, really, really simple. It's coming back home.
I felt revitalized. I felt it was such a wonderful, mindful exercise. I thank you very much.
Jonathan, I experienced connectivity with the billions of cells in my body. And it was a oneness with everyone in humanity or Mother Earth. It was just a complete comforting, a sense of belonging to everything. Thank you.
And this thanking is thanking, it's us. It's just us. One. It's not me. It's who we are. That's the container.
Jonathan, I want to say thank you. It was slow enough that my mind and body was able to receive. I would feel like a bracing of unfamiliar, and then it would recess, and it's like I found that my wholeness was cooperating, which doesn't happen a lot of times. You know, I'll self-protect or brace because I don't know what it's about. And I thank you because it was slow enough that that came and went, and I just feel very invigorated and a calmness. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Presence. Well, I'm again having to acknowledge you guys of being present. It's presence. That whatever came up, you were present to it to see, accept, and let go and continue. Presence. Presence. It's not from somebody else. Bing.
It's from you, Jonathan, because again, it's like there's a lot going on. I'm multitasking. I'm trying to get everything set up for my 9 o'clock, and it's like that. With you guiding us through that exercise, it gave me a moment to just stop and breathe and be. Because I'm always a person that's doing, and I'm relearning how to be a person that's doing. So without your guidance and direction, I would still just be doing, right? It just gave me a moment just to kick back and just breathe through everything, right? And that gives me balance and serenity. So thank you.
Thank you, because this was set from the beginning with the meditation at the beginning of this whole thing this morning. It's a continuation of the container that's been set, that you have set over time. It's just a continuation, and then going deeper, an invitation to really show up and be a solution to what's happening in the world now by just being who you are.
And
What a gift you are.
Jonathan, it reminded me of the Qigong practice, Master Lin. I don't know if you've heard of him, but I stumbled upon him on Facebook, and I really appreciated his practice. Master Lin. Thank you.
Good for you. I would like to, Mary Grace, if you could play. I would like to, India Irie has made a song, I Am Light. And we'd like to share that with you.
Can you all see her?
Yes.
Okay.
I am India Ari, and it is my pleasure to be here in the Essence Wellness House for my house. And so what we're going to do together today is called a Songversation. So Songversation always begins and ends with a prayer about the truth of who we are at our essence and at our core. And this is featuring my new friends, beautiful chorus. This is our prayer. My family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. Yeah. I am light. I am light. Light as in the opposite of heavy. I am light. I am light. Light as in the best word in the English language to describe the soul. I am light. I am light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dreams I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am physics teaches us that we're really actually mostly space. We are light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all I am light. I am light. I am light. Light is the heat and fire given off by the combustion of the crucible of life's hard times. I am divinity divine. I am a God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
How does that touch you? Is there something has this brought up for you, something you would like to share, to have a conscious conversation around? I can start with, for me, the solution of focused, being present, and being about love in this day and time. As not focused in on what's wrong, but focusing in on what's coming. What is it that can be created in love and light? And walking that, being that, sharing that. Solutions to the pandemic, solutions to racial, solutions to everything. How I raise my vibration in all the different circles. You have such a beautiful containing circle going on to raise the vibration of love and light. That's how I feel it. This is part of the solution. Not by being anything but yourself. More than enough.
So for me,
Silence that I don't really have words. It's very beautiful.
So for me, one of my favorite quotes from Thich Nhat Hanh is, when we're in the present moment, we find our true home. And as I think about that, and also understand that we are all connected, by a force that's beyond time and space. Scientists have proved that. Great teachers have said it. So every time we come into the present moment with gratitude and love, it radiates around the world. And when a group of people do it, it's even more powerful. So that's what came to mind for me. Thank you.
Jonathan, what comes to my mind is that it's a couple of things that I've been thinking about, and that is, when our mind thinks of self, we have a small mind. When we think of others, we have an open mind. And I know this is true for me, and maybe it's true for you. And I think India spoke about that when she sang about, you are not your mistakes, you are love and light. So when I remember to think gracious thoughts about people I love, I am expanded. Thank you.
Jonathan, I felt light in the sense of a lightening of my burdens, my so-called challenges, and I just felt a lightness and no problems, no nothing, just nothing. I mean, nothing but everything. And I was reminded of what somebody said about come into presence, come into the present and tell me what your problem is. And from that place, everything was in harmony, and everything is in harmony even now. I hope that I can just carry this with me. Thank you very much.
I noticed Jim Drever joined us. Welcome, Jim. Great to see you. You're always a welcome guest.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Jonathan, for beautiful sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jonathan and I have known each other since the 80s. We were both students of Jean Klein together. And our friendship has grown in many ways, and here we are now. And it was only now, right? Because everything else is a story. Beautiful, Jonathan. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan, you have about 4 minutes more.
I mean, we have about 4 minutes more.
I stand corrected. We have 4 minutes more, Jonathan.
So, hey guys, we got 4 minutes more. I'm really good with silence. The atmosphere to me is felt, and words are not what's important this moment.
Thank you. That's what I was going to comment on, how delicious this silence is. Very rich for a beginning of a day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the container. It doesn't belong to one person. It's all of us. We're one. I'm not the focal point of this. It's a circle. I picked a card a couple of weeks ago, and what I chose was the circle. Love without end. Choice. The circle knows no polarities, no right, no wrong, simply perspective. Every point on the circle is of equal value, of equal importance to the completion of its form. Fill every perspective of this issue with love and see it come around to bless you. Thank you guys for such a blessing today of this circle. I feel complete.
Thank you so much. My goodness. All my yada, yada, yada has dropped away. And it's like, this is just scrumptious. And now, back to what we do. Is there any business announcements that are pertinent and need to be tended to?
Just next week, our speaker will be Brenda Edelman with Practical Forgiveness.
All right. We need weekly assignments. So can we have a facilitator for next week? It's not as scary as it may look. This is a very loving and forgiving and supportive circle.
You know, and there, the format for the meeting is on our brochure that our very talented graphic artist, Nita Alvarez, has created. I'll send that out again so all of you have a copy of that in case you want to jump in and facilitate. You just follow the format in that.
Yes, great.
Make that Mary Grace, Sam Gleason, Nita Alvarez. I'm taking it over. I'm joining the clan.
Great name.
Nita, I'll do it.
Okay, thank you, Whitney. You want to facilitate?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Meditation. Thomas, thank you very much. How did I get lost? I don't know. I just did. Spiritual reading. If I'm not catching your wave, unmute yourself and let me know. Spiritual reading for next week. Bonnie, yeah, thank you. And closing prayer. Closing prayer for next week.
I'll do it.
Who is that, please?
Paul.
Paul? Oh, thank you, Paul. All right. I can't think of anything else. Does anybody have anything? I want to thank Jonathan so much. Would you take just a moment, because we do have a little bit left here. I'm sorry I didn't introduce you coming in. Could you just say something briefly about yourself and what you do?
Oh, what do I do? I'm just a student. I've been on this trajectory to make sense out of life. It's not made sense to me. And so I have done so many different things, trying to find myself, looking in the wrong pocket. In other words, looking outside of myself. And I am slowly coming home. And at this moment, I'm doing a online course studying, you would call it life coaching and intuitive guidance. But it really, I've done this my whole life. And I kind of flow with it. I take an impression and something starts coming out of me. And so I'm really learning to trust, and to trust what life puts on my plate, i.e. my wife is really responsible, Eva, for India Irie. Somebody sent that to her, and I looked at it and going, this is perfect. And that was on Sunday. And I got a hold of Mary Grace. And so it's like following the breadcrumbs and trusting that. And so I really wish to be not an agent of change, but to be part of the solution of what's happening in the world at this point, which is, for me, love and light. And so that means everything that's dark is coming up to the surface, where I have to see it, accept it, and work with it. Sometimes action, sometimes letting it be, letting go. And so, yeah,